Good Friday morning, everyone. A little later than normal today, as I am over in Sauk for a meeting, and then I will be back in Boscobel later today. But welcome to a Friday morning Moose Minute project titled, Where is Your Glass? So I've been, like I said, listening to multiple things, and this one just kind of is a conglomerate of all of the stuff that I've been listening to, and also a lot of times was always told about the half full, half empty glass. So if you're an optimist, of course, your glass, according to everyone, is half full. If you're a pessimist, more of a negative kind of person, your glass is half empty. To me, we need to be looking at it as a realist and go, okay, I at least have a glass, and there is something in it that I can either add away more to or take it away and still have something. And how do we add more to that glass to make life better? I think if you look at it, I'm wanting to get rid of my glass because that can be broken, and by either quitting, by either turning totally negative, you can just do that. So get rid of the glass and let's get a bucket. Let's start putting everything in a bucket. And knowing that the hatred for others, or your jealousy of others, or trying to impress others is going to put holes in that bucket. So no matter how much you put in, there will be stuff that leaks out. So we need to focus less on our disapproval of others, the jealousy of others. Yes, there are people that are tons of successful people, and they have way more money than most of us can think of ever having. So how do we get to the point where we can put more and more in that bucket? It is working on ourselves, so becoming a better person internally, our heart better, our mind better, our mindset better, and working on our emotions and working on those things that are going to make us a better person, which then in turn is going to fill our bucket. Because as we go along in life, we'll have medical things happen. You'll have an air conditioner quit. You'll have an oven go out. Things like that are going to take away from the positive side of having things in your bucket. It is going to try to scoop things out as it is. So medical emergencies, whatever it may be, issues at work, fights with the wife, whatever it does, there's always something that is going to be trying to take away from your joy and your success as a person in this world. Whether it's other people seeing you being really happy and successful in your own mind, they have their own. Everybody else has their own thoughts on success and what that is. So if you're smiling, laughing, enjoying life, that may trigger people to be going, I don't like him. I don't like the fact or her that they're happy all the time. They don't know that you're working through all these things to make your life better. So, with that said, be happy that you have a bucket or a glass. However you want to look at it. I'd prefer to look at it as having a bucket. Having a glass, you never know what size glass somebody wants to use. At least a bucket I know is bigger. And so, with that said, try to add more and more to that bucket every day, because there's going to be things just naturally trying to take out of it. It's kind of inevitable that if you are succeeding and you are winning in your own mind, there are going to be people that want to take that joy and take that stuff away from you. So make sure that you are working on your own self. Don't worry about what others are doing unless it affects you. Unless it affects you in harm way or whatever it may be, don't get so tied up in what others are doing. Oh, Susie didn't talk to me today, or Johnny said that. Don't let it bug you. Move on, have a good day, and then show people that you are a different person. You know, I get wrapped up sometimes in just the disrespect and everything else of everything else. And again, like I was talking about with screaming kids and everything else, it's stuff I can't control. So we let things like that get ticked off at us. We let those things trigger us, and then it starts to spiral. If your kids are over the age of 18, and they're out of the house, you just have to let them be. And if they are going to make the choices to do what they do, you can be there and support them. But if they are not making the efforts to not better themselves, to do all of these things, you kind of have to let it go. And as a parent, that is very, very hard with your kids. However, people just in general for society, don't let it bug you. You know, if somebody cuts you off in traffic or somebody goes slow, and this is the really hard one for me, because if somebody, like this morning, I was following somebody, they're obviously texting, they're all over the road, and I'm getting more and more upset with it. Because I'm not worried about the person in the car. I'm worried about somebody coming the other way that they take out. So, with that said, I think being a pessimist or an optimist, either way, is just one way to twist it. Let's be a realist, and let's work on filling that bucket with all the best things we can, because there's going to be enough stuff that is going to bother you, whether it's medical, like I said before, financial. There's going to be plenty of things that affect you in different ways. So try to stay positive. Try to work on yourself. What are you going to do today to make one step better? Again, like I covered yesterday, we have 6 months left in 2024. How can we make this 6 months better to go into 2025 on a positive note? It's the one nice thing about having my anniversary on New Year's Day. I start the year on a good note every year. So medical issues, I've had my own. I've had my struggles dealing with what mom's going through now. I get hit enough with mentally draining stuff every day that I cannot let the small stuff bug me anymore. So I'm going to make that change. And I think this whole optimist pessimist thing, instead of worrying about whether it's half full or half empty, be thankful it's not broken. Be thankful that you haven't given up. Be thankful that you can make a new day today, starting right now. Because tomorrow's not promised. None of us are promised tomorrow. But we are right now living in this world. So let's make it better. Let's try to make things go in the right direction. And thanks for listening to the Moose Minute Project. I'm going to head into my meeting here shortly. But thank you so much for listening to the Moose Minute Project. And I hope you can start adding contents to that bucket and making life better, making life a better situation for everybody involved in your life, and especially just you internally, where you get some peace and you can have good times ahead. Because again, we're only 6 months away from 2025. Let's make the rest of 2024 really, really good and work on it together. It takes a village, there's no doubt. They say that a lot of times when you're raising kids, it takes a village. I think it takes a village to find people that support you as well. Get less worried about what people think about you and do the great things for yourself. As always, make sure if you can, bless someone else. And however that may be, with a smile, a handshake, a wave, a thank you, whatever it may be, to bless somebody's day, I wish you all the best. So thanks for listening to the Moose Minute Project this morning, and we'll have a great day.